Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've got more Assassin's Creed Origins today, more of the Discovery Tour, because I'm really enjoying this new adding to the game, so I thought it'd be cool if we go through the daily lives section, because that seems to be the most interesting, as I don't really know much about this bit, so I'm just going to take you guys through mummification and stuff like that, and hopefully you enjoy. Let's get into it. So understand the significance of the mummies for ancient Egyptians. Cool.
Welcome to Osiris, the first mummy. The oldest mummies recovered date from the Old Kingdom, though Egyptologists believe that mummification was in use much earlier than that. At first, the body was mummified through environmental desiccation, by leveraging the dryness of the environment and the heat of the climate. Early experimentations in mummification were conducted with the use of resin made from tree sap. Strips of linen were only used on some superficial parts of the epidermis of the hands or jaw.
That's pretty cool.
Ideologically, the will to preserve the body is not explained in any way until 3600 BCE. This is when the Egyptian belief that the body housed the soul was finally documented for modern Egyptologists to eventually decipher. It was not until the arrival of the myth of Osiris in the Egyptian religion around the 5th dynasty that mummification was thoroughly conceptualized. The practice was thereafter grounded in both a mythological and ideological point of view.
The amount of history that... See, because I did history at school and A-level, and I just don't remember it ever going into this much detail. The amount of work they must have done to uncover all of this is extraordinary. Honestly, I just don't see why we have schools anymore. Why not just put all history education on games like this? People can enjoy it this way. It's genius.
Osiris was mainly known as the god of the dead and the god of resurrection. The most well-known Genesis myth concerning Osiris is that of his dismemberment.
Ah, right. Again, I don't know anything about the Egyptian gods, So, he was dismembered. For what reason?
It is Plutarch who gives the most simplified and complete summary of the story. Within Egyptian mythology, Osiris represented the first king to rule Egypt. Jealous of his power, his brother Seth attempted to usurp his throne. After several unsuccessful attempts, Seth succeeded in killing his brother by dismembering him and scattering the pieces of his body all over Egypt. Isis, the great of magic, traveled all over Egypt in search of the pieces of her husband's body. After a long search, she recovered all the pieces save for his manhood, as it was eaten by a fish.
Oof, unlucky, mate. That's a sad story, that. Always brothers, always fighting against each other.
Isis then reassembled the body of her husband by binding it together with strips of linen. Aided by her sister Nephthys, another powerful magician, they gave Osiris the breath of life. This not only brought him back from the dead, but also allowed him to recover his virility long enough to impregnate Isis, thus ensuring his succession before, once more, dying. Thus Horus was born.
Oh, so Horus is the son of the Egyptian god of the dead, and Isis Now is Isis a goddess or is she just a magician? I'm confused. I'm assuming she's a goddess if she can do stuff like that. And Nephthys as well. How many gods are there then?
The ritual used to bring Osiris back to life essentially depicts how he became the first mummy. It is why, on the sarcophagi of kings, we often find Isis and Nephthys represented as the magicians who restore life to the deceased.
So there they are, and that's Osiris far right, and Horus. So he's the first mummy. That is amazing. I've seen The Mummy, I've seen all the films, never mentioned once. Oh my god. Well, that was pretty cool. I mean, I'll keep each section of this daily life discovery tour to each different video, guys, just so they're not too long. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. Learning about the Egyptians' daily life. If you haven't seen my most recent video, which is a Ghost Recon Wildlands, something a bit different, it's just some stealth gameplay, because I've been trying out the demo, and it's really cool actually. And I played it with no HUD and on the hardest difficulty, so check that out, that's pretty cool. And yeah, subscribe for more, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.